Everybody says check the ESR, but most people are just looking at it. And that's why readiness surprises keep happening. This is not a report. This is a decision tool. Why this matters? Your commander doesn't care that you can explain the ESR. They care about three things. How many are FMC? What's the risk to mission? And what are we doing about it? And by when is it going to happen? If the ESR can't answer those facts, you're not providing readiness, you're providing noise. I'm going to break down the ESR in plain English, how it actually works, what leaders actually care about, the 5 mistakes that kill readiness. And I'll explain non-mission capable maintenance, and I'll explain non-mission capable supply, like I'm teaching how I would want to be taught. We're going to use old ESR, but we'll still be able to get great value out of it. And here's the simplest way to understand it. ESR is transparency, and we need this transparency to provide data to understand what is actually happening in formation. There's no point of saying that you're fully mission capable or every vehicle in your formation works. 1, we know you're lying. 2, that's not true. 3, it's not providing the proper transparency that is needed to echo at many echelons above. So it's to ensure what's up, what's down, and what's bleeding. But your job is not to get it perfect. That is not the point of the ESR. The point of the ESR is to provide accurate reporting. Your job is to make the ESR speak for itself. Every letter, every code, every number, every slash, every space, it all has a meaning in itself. And if you are able to understand the meaning, then you won't be surprised when someone hands you an ESR and says, take a look at it. How are we looking? Because we always want to have the mindset of, am I scanning for deadline equipment first? Is there anything that pops out to me that seems like a risk to mission? Am I scanning it for repeating offenders? Am I seeing the same trend over and over? Or is the same fault keep happening? Or why is there a delay on this specific part or problem? Those are the type of scans that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to show how we're going to look at and address it. We're going to dive into understanding the letters, the codes, the numbers. Is it a wrench problem? Is it an operator problem? Or is it a echelon above problem? We'll be able to identify those risks and those 3 things we're talking about. How many are broken? Can we fix it? And what is my risk? And we want to know what commanders actually look at, because some of you watching will be a commander someday. And some of you watching will be supporting a commander or have an influence on the command team when it comes to maintenance. So we need to understand what they care about without excuses, without fluff, without any type of, hey, I think I know, or maybe, or shoulds. We want to go down to the root of what they care about and how we can control it at our level. We want to know what's true, what is ready today, and what can be ready tomorrow. We don't want to provide saying something will be fixed. We know it's not going to be fixed, because how's it going to be fixed if the part hasn't even been received at the warehouse? And we want to make sure that when we read the ESR, we know who owns what part of the process. Because again, there's many parts of process. There's many numbers, there's many letters and meanings. And it's not just one owner. It's not just the mechanic owns this. It's not just operators own this. Everybody owns a little piece of this ESR. We want to make sure that when we are presenting this, that we know what we speak of. We know what we're talking about, so you can have a solid maintenance plan. And we'll cover, like I said, about what is non-mission capable maintenance and what the importance of that means, and what is non-mission capable supply and the importance of that. It's ESR made simple. We want to be able to find a path to FMC, fully mission capable, making sure it's ready for the fight. We want to be able to get rid of all that noise of what people might think an ESR is really saying. And we're going to dive into what the ESR is really saying. And as we're going through, I want to be able to make sure that you could write down the top 3 owners or the next actions you could do that day of who owns the process of making sure that vehicle becomes from non-mission capable to fully mission capable, because everyone owns a piece of this. We talked about roles and responsibility before. Everyone has a role and everyone has a responsibility. It's not just the one single person, because if it ends up just for one single person, that one single person becomes the fail point. And the worst thing you do not ever want to do, because I've been there, I've done it, is report inaccurate status. There's nothing more worse when you get told, hey, I need you to go recover this M1 Abrams tank because it shows on the ESR that all your 88s are up and fully mission capable. They're out in the battlefield. We need to pull them back so we can get them repaired and we get them back in the fight. And when you go outside and you say, hey, roll out recovery team says it's actually broken, and you ask why it's not on the ESR, and you get that weird look on your face from mechanic or operator and you just want to yada. But we're going to talk about that today because I don't want anyone to be in that situation. Time is important when it comes to the ESR. Action things in a timely manner. We should be looking at this daily. We should be good stewards of the ESR. If we're good stewards of the ESR, it will be less emails and less phone calls. If you're not updating your ESR often or daily, then you might get a phone call or two about why the status has not been updated. So be prepared. I'll be breaking down the ESR in my next video, and we're going to deep dive. Be ready. We're going to have a lot of letters and colors, and we're going to talk about the risk, and we're going to talk about the things to look for. We're going to talk about things that can be actioned right away. I'm going to look for things that will catch my eye and my attention and the questions that I would ask if I was in a maintenance meeting. If the owner can't tell you the next action and the next date, it doesn't exist. So decide, are you going to keep checking the ESR or are you going to start running it?